Hello there and welcome to Music is Your Friend. Today I'm going to react to the whole Nightwish album called Human Nature. The album is brand new. It features Tuomas Holopainen on the keyboards. It features Empu on the guitar. It features Marco on the bass. Kai Hahto on drums. Troy Donackley on pipes, bagpipes, guitar, and whatever else you can imagine. And of course, Floor Jansen on vocals. As you probably already know, I'm a Nightwish fan. So even though I'm quite knowledgeable about all things Nightwish, I would just have to add that I've never listened to this album before. I heard only one part of one song and that's about it. So this is gonna be a completely new experience for me, right? I haven't researched the album in any way. I have no idea what the songs are all about, but for me, this is a very important Nightwish album. And let me tell you why. I became a Nightwish fan, I would say around 20 years ago or so. So I've been with the band for a long time. I have seen them multiple times live. I have a whole bunch of their, CDs, DVDs, and the lots, basically. I love Floor on vocals. It's probably the best thing that ever happened to Nightwish, honestly. I know of Kai Hahto from Wintersun. It's not a really interesting band for me, but I am really interested in what he can actually give to Nightwish. I mean, all the ways that he can contribute to the songs. So this is the wish list for Human Nature. As a fan, this is what I want to hear from the new Nightwish album. I want to hear Floor singing. I want to hear her singing really high, really demanding stuff. I want multiple floorgasms on this album. I've described what floorgasms are in a separate video. There you go. Basically, I don't really want to hear Floor singing kind of low and timid. This, for me, is not what Floor is for. I can give you like an example. If you have a sports car or a supercar, like a Ferrari, you don't want to hear it driving along like 50 miles an hour, in sixth gear. Nobody wants to hear that, right? You want to hear it roar, and this is what I want to hear with Floor. Floor is basically like, the Ferrari of vocals. She has all this kind of horsepower right there, ready on tap, and if you don't really use it, then what's the point? And I'm not saying that she really needs to sing really high and really demanding vocals all the time on the album. All I want is a few really nice, decent, singable melodies that have nice lyrics to them, that have nice kind of pacing to them, just sang beautifully, with heart, and with a lot of power. From Empu, I would like to hear some more interesting stuff. I like his way of guitar playing, don't get me wrong. I like his tone. He always has like some really interesting riffs somewhere on the album. It's just that I want more of them. I wouldn't mind if he played something which is kind of close to, say, Night Quest, because I really like the guitar in Night Quest, although I don't think that it's a particularly good song. From Marco, I basically want some ballsy singing and some interesting bass lines. I want Kai to kind of bring his A game to the band. He's a really good drummer, okay? There's no denying that. It's just that he comes from this particular genre of music where the drums are quite demanding, but in my opinion, quite boring. The problems with drums in these faster metal genres are basically when the drums get too fast, then they tend to kind of lack creativity because when you're blasting away at 200 BPM, there's not much that you can do. All of the tom fills sound really boring, like that's just boring, right? You can never kind of hear the toms ring, which is kind of a sad thing. When you move to like bass drums and bass drum pedals, these fast-paced beats are kind of boring. And on top of that, they don't sound aggressive, although people would like to think that they sound aggressive. They actually don't sound aggressive. When you put a lot of double pedals together, it just sounds mushy and it doesn't have any power because the little beater that hits the bass drum, it's basically doing this instead of this, right? And that's just a fact, and it's a sad fact. It basically sounds like crap on the microphones as well. In order to combat that weak sound, what drummers do is they take triggers. Triggers are something that can sense like even a weak drum hit. It connects it to a little computer or like a drum module. Triggers are basically like doorbells. It doesn't matter how hard you press the little button, it's still gonna ring the same in the apartment, right? A lot of people consider that cheating. I don't consider it cheating. I understand that triggers can actually make the sound a little bit better in certain areas, but when you go to these really fast-paced drum beats, It kind of sounds like somebody's taking a pair of scissors and going like this. It just sounds really weak and plasticky, and I don't really like that. Now, Kai does use these triggers and these samples, and I believe that these drums are basically sampled from the album, so they sound as well as they do on the album, and that translates live. However, with a lot of these, especially older bands that used older drum modules, it just sounded like bullshit machine gun fire. That to me was never appealing, so I'm wondering what Kai can do in this situation where he needs to play a lot of these slow beats, and how is he going to manage with Tuomas. Obviously, he's been with the band for a long time now. Hopefully, he doesn't have this new guy syndrome on the album. And by this new guy syndrome, I'm just hoping that he has a voice on this album, right? That he will contribute to the song as best as he can. So those are my wishes for Kai Hahto. And for Troy, just do your own thing, man. When it comes to Tuomas, I actually want to hear him playing the stuff instead of listening to this orchestra, because these orchestras are a little bit overkill, if you ask me. And yes, they really do sound good. But on the other hand, Tuomas is playing this ancient keyboard. I have the cousin of this keyboard right behind me, behind that little closet. You can see it in my other videos. Excuse the dust, but it's the Korg N5. So you see it has this kind of really old, I would say ancient sound engine that just sounds great. And nobody really cares, you know, how many strings you actually have live. Is the oboe tuned? Nobody cares about that. On top of kind of these old keyboards, he really uses some new keyboards as well that sound amazing. He owns a Korg Oasis and he owns a Korg Kronos, which are all kind of top tier keyboards of the time. They just sound amazing. So having an orchestra around is really rich, but you know, having a guy playing the keyboards right in front of you is really heartfelt, and you can get your emotions across more easily, in my opinion. Now that I mentioned Tuomas and heartfelt, I would like these new lyrics to be a little bit more heartfelt, because on the last album, they were really, really rough around the edges. So I really appreciate his admiration of nature and of, I don't know, Richard Dawkins or Carl Sagan. That's all really cool. But yeah, the last album didn't pass the car test. That's not really good. But on the other hand, they can't stay the same forever. I'm just hoping that their kind of days of wandering are done and they can kind of go back to what they once were. So these are my wishes for this album, or for any Nightwish album for that matter. These might not be your wishes. Honestly, I might not like the music because I'm not a fanatic. I'm just a fan, right? I don't think that everything that Nightwish does is just amazing. I like Nightwish. I wear their t-shirts. I listen to their music a lot. I've been to their live shows. I buy their music. So this is kind of my way of liking Nightwish. To you, this can be something completely different. In all honesty, I really didn't like the past album. You might love this album. I might not. And that's perfectly okay. Please don't hold it against me if I don't love this album. I've been burnt before. Subscribe to my channel. Watch some other Nightwish videos that I've done in the past. And I will probably do some more in the future as well. And if you have any suggestions on what I should react to next or review next, please put your suggestions in the comments box below. For this video, I'm using a pair of Superlux HD 681 headphones. They're dirt cheap, they're quite linear, and they have a really good bass extension as well. They're about $30 US, so yeah, definitely check them out and enjoy the music. Nightwish music. Exciting rock formations. Some synths in the background. Interesting, sounds really celestial. Let's see what this is all about. Some Wagner in the background. Tribal, not bad. Here's Troy. Arpeggiators or something. Not bad. Apparently this is about the history of music. Choirs. It went from something really tribal, caveman, wolves, whatever, to like string instruments and apparently choirs. It's epic. I really like the whole kind of devotion to music, but yeah.
Eradicate the torment of a heavy heart, emancipate the death, sing the cries for third part. Then orchestrate and never only you to sing, caress it deep, it's always there to unlock the stars.
I'm not thoroughly impressed, honestly.
Music, fanning the flames of the mystery, deepening the listening, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. You want to dream, want to gain a major scale, wish to leave the hollow to dance with them.
I can hear a lot of Disney here. I know that Thomas has a little tattoo and everything, but this is not something that I want to hear of Nightwish. The lyrics are very jagged. This is not bad. That's a cool lick. Interesting. It's kind of weird when I have wish lists about music when they actually say they don't care about what I think. But that's perfectly okay with me.
Of a mystery, deepening the listener, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. Music, fanning the flames of a mystery, deepening the listener, losing yourself to the endless symphony of now. You are singing the tale of another man.
Yeah, that was very good floor. Not really a floorgasm, but it wasn't kind of that far off. Yeah, don't really know what to think about this song. A song about music itself. I completely get it. It's just that when you kind of compare this song to Evergreen or to Ghost Love Score or to Cadence of Her Last Breath, it's just not something that I really want to listen to. I really kind of don't want this on my ideal Nightwish concert set list. But yeah, let's listen to some other songs as well. So who knows, maybe I'm going to find something that fits all of my criteria from the wish list. Now we're listening to Noise. Very Game of Thrones-ish. Cool costumes.
Crazy machine, reveal the screen, zoom in for flaccent misery, bleed some pixels, shoot yourself, pose for the dead, have a near-life experience at a hard matrix. Now you're a star, fading avatar, feeding the beast in your loud ego land. You have become tool of a tool, digital fools telling you to shut up and dance.
Yeah, a lot of noise in today's world. I completely understand the video. I understand the reasoning behind everything. They're missing out on the real art instead of instead they just kind of bask in these selfies and phones and cheap porn. There's a lot of drugs, right? The eco guys.
Please love me, see how I bleed, please endure. I have such empathy in me. How noise, how beautifully numb, deaf in the quiet air to have a meaning. Fire carry on, sad hologram, lost in the maze, the real and human feel. Sunset is free from this deity, the earth has a real voice, go out.
Yeah, the video is kind of quite interesting. It's just that the song really isn't.
Color a yarn and the crowds will gather. Noise from the sunless world. No memories like only a doggy snares that can sleep away.
That was a cool thing that he did in the drums right now. So, some love for Kai. interesting. This would kind of classify as a orgasm. It's just that I really like it in a better song. Don't hate me. And boom. Nice. This guy. Nice. Double pedalish. To me, this sounds kind of like a little bit boring Carry On instead of exciting Nightwish. A lot of people are gonna hate me because of this last sentence. But yeah, drum's cool, guitar's cool, vocals are fine. Just that the song isn't. Not bad. This is what I'm talking about. So, this is checked off. So, she's not singing kind of high and difficult all the time. It's just that she kind of has this stabs at certain notes. If the singer doesn't have some heartfelt lyrics, the singer has nothing to scream about, right? She has nothing to sing passionately about, which is a problem. And it's a problem on kind of Tuomas's end. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's listen to another song. So far, I'm not impressed, but on with the show. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting play of the guitars and the drums. The song was written a lot better than the past two one, but the lyrics are still kind of too complicated for their own good. Yeah, very jagged the way that the lyrics kind of were pasted onto the melody. Not really a fan of this. Sorry. like how everything kind of sounds. I like the bass sound. I like everything that has, like, sonically, but just not really impressed up till now. Again, very jagged the way that the words kind of fit with the melody. It's not good. A lot of stops in these new songs.
And when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with the night and pay no worship to the garish sun.
Okay. Yeah. So I know the name Shoemaker. He was probably like an old scientist or something. I can't remember what he was exactly, but I can remember it has to do with some like mean ass science. Honestly, I'm not impressed yet. I would be more than satisfied with like one song. Please keep in mind that I can lie to you and I can say, hey, this song is amazing. And I can fake a smile and I can do one of these, oh my God, amazing. And I can press pause all I want, but I'm not going to do that because I feel there's enough dishonesty in this world and I don't want to contribute to that. I just want to be as real as possible and hopefully you can appreciate my honesty. Whoa! A little bit of Toto. Born in the land of the sun and tall green grass.
Among the millions facing to the sun.
Yeah.
I will pause before a man.
This sounds very religious to me. Not in a good way. I'm not sure what to think about all of this.
The quaternary code gave mankind a rose so we could see the beautiful die. Strange piece of stone hovers over crops and a child's face aglow before the scythe. Join the harvest of 100 fields, hearty and tame, all going back to once in.
Is this the same band that made the Kinslayer?
Coming day, inspire a child. Water the fields, surrender to the earth. Water the fields, surrender to the earth. Water water the fields surrender to the earth.
Jeez.
They have beauty beyond the poetry, but choose a side.
What's up with the lyrics? They're really jagged. Nobody would sing that ever in this way. This is not good. Honestly, it's not good. I don't want to listen to this in my car. I want to listen to Everdream. I want to listen to The Kinslayer. I want to listen to Cadence of Her Last Breath, for example. This is not the same band that created Cadence of Her Last Breath. Folky Lion King. Kind of predictable. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I think about this. I guess I know that Empu really hated to play these folky melodies on his electric guitar, so now Troy is here to play them and Empu can just kind of riff away in the background. I like the sound of the drums. I actually like what Kai is doing in the background. It's just that as a whole, this is simply not working for me. I don't know, I'm guessing that they need a little bit more drama in their life to make really dramatic music. To me, this is like the thematics of the songs are dramatic because, you know, it's creation of everything that we know, but I'm just not emotionally connected to it. Okay, on to the next song. Musically, this is interesting. Jeez. This is interesting musically, but it's just not interesting to me as a Nightwish fan. It's very soundtracky and strange. Again, good riff, bass, guitar, interesting, broken up, perfect.
Imagine music, dance, illusion, tales of dust of men in the moon. Lassie lady, snow-clad helpless, into stories to build cathedrals. Then
The lyrics are bad. Cool guitar. This double pedal that was there a minute ago, I actually didn't like that. That to me sounds winter sunish, and that is not what I want to hear in Nightwish, honest to God. And this melody, yeah, also very, very, very awkward and jagged. They're in a strange mindset now, or at least Tuomas says. I don't think that this last album and this album, at least up until this song, I didn't hear the rest yet, would make them a stadium band or would make them an arena band. So I'm wondering why are they so I'm kind of wondering why are they making music that's kind of like that. Okay, on to the next song. Again, not impressed. How's the heart? This is kind of I Want My Tears Back Now kind of a song. Never did care for these songs, but yeah, let's take a listen.
we see a mother with no child. We meet a stranger, poor exile. How's the heart while it still beats? Asks and no one, another John Doe. Sorrow
Drowning in the Mire. Drowning in the Mire. That's just bad songwriting. Dio would agree, okay? I love Nightwish, but I can't let kind of bullshit fly, honestly. Jeez. Not really what I wanted to hear, honestly. Again, I don't believe that, you know, these songs would make them a stadium band.
The cliff greets the sea. Shadow story took the lead. Rose uprooted, hidden note. You know where you've been there. Now there's one who came from me.
This to me sounds more like Villain Temptation than Nightwish, except for, you know, the whole kind of bagpipey fluty part.
The answer's in the house, the heart. Underneath the silence, house, the heart. Drowning in the fire.
I don't hear Floor screaming her guts. I don't hear Marco angry and stuff. Just not good. I just don't enjoy it. You might love this. To you, this might be like the best Nightwish ever. To me, it's really not. Come on in. Come on in. What's that? How are the lyrics?
How's that heart underneath the silence? How's the one drowning in the mire? Let us sound a human paean. Come on in. How's that heart?
Interesting drum fill. Not my type of music. Floor here is singing great.
Come on in, the fire's warm. Down the blade and some how's that heart? How's that drowning in the fire?
Much better melody. What's up with the old melody?
Come on in, the fire's warm. Down the blade and some how's that heart?
See,
Underneath the silence, how's
this part was great. The before parts were crap.
let us sound a human paean. Come in, the fire's warm. Burn the rope and dance some more.
Onward, brave steed procession. Interesting.
Cradle earth, a rising sun sea. New world and thirst for the arcade. We are singers of the calm. We remember as along came life. A cradle earth, a rising sun sea. Birth of one and a zillion sideshows.
Thomas forgot how to rhyme.
And will not be. We remember as along came acorn, another birth, another moss green. New world
up until now, this is kind of the most interesting song.
An empty suit, a starlight feature. We'll have a visit as along came heartbeat. Another birth, another monster. Endless force, two words to stronger. Menagerie of a new world order. We held our breath as along came suffering.
So yeah, a lot of endangered species. Interesting. Some eco-activism. Have nothing against that.
We remember Father Picaya gave the way as along came Sapien. The cradle welcome in its new birth.
I like what the band is doing. I just kind of don't really like this song.
Together now in this timeless parade, the living light, dead afraid. Then they saw the moon and found carried. We remember as along came writing. Such worlds were there to stand again. After all, we should have never appeared. Spaceship Earth through the fields of time. They understood as along came wisdom. We have been here a while. At the end of time, as along came harvest, we will remember all the suffering. We both this seen and tongue. You will understand words and melodies with a touch of coloring. We were there, and we'll remember our kin.
I understand. It's very noble. I just don't want to listen to this. Like, I can relate to the thematics, I just can't relate to the song. But this to me, at least from the video, appears to be activism and not really just plain old music. You can have activism in music, but this to me is activism with the soundtrack. Not impressed, guys. Sorry. On to the next song, Tribal. Some sawtooth interesting so far. Yeah. They kind of lost me. This is kind of Tools-ish a little bit. Kai is doing his best. But there's no way that you can polish this. Everything is here in this band. They have more than enough power on tap. It's just not hitting the ground properly, honestly. Again, lyrics are too complicated. It's awkward again. Everything is very awkward in this album. It's weird. This kind of sounds a little bit Devin Townsend-ish. Don't really want Devin Townsend in my Nightwish, honestly. Might be missing something, but I fear I'm actually not. Not my cup of tea, guys. Not my cup of tea. So like this part sounds good, like Sahara or something. Great. What about the rest of the song? This does nothing, to me, which is bad. Apparently there's more to this album. You can see that disc 2. So I'm gonna listen to the disc 2 as well. It's like half an hour long. Hopefully I'm gonna find something there, because up until now I've found actually nothing on human nature. Quite sad to say it, but it is the truth. Yeah, not my cup of tea. This is not a good album for me. I'm not gonna buy it. And if this is all they're gonna kind of play on their live shows, I don't think that I'll be visiting as well. So yeah, sorry, but this is not a good album for me. Not my cup of tea, not my type of album. This one's a dud, but hopefully they're gonna do something which is a little bit more exciting to me down the line, and then I'll be seeing them in concert. That's about it. Have a great one, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Music is your friend, so choose your friends wisely. Me and the resident German are out of here. Adios, guys.